everybody, this is Justin from KQS, and to finish off the Metal Gear Solid HD collection, I will be doing my final review, which is Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Peace Walker takes place 10 years after Metal Gear Solid 3, and Snake, now Big Boss, has his own mercenary army, and after a training exercise, a suspicious man has a risky job for him. But one thing brings Big Boss to accept: a tape of the boss's voice. So, the job is investigating who this mysterious group of soldiers are, with high-tech weapons occupying Costa Rica. And you're supposed to drive them out of the country. It doesn't exactly pay well, but the benefits are nice. Getting an offshore plant to use as MSF's home base. But of course, things really don't go as planned. Truth is, the group uses a lot of unmanned robots, and are building a new nuclear robot called Peace Walker. So what you gotta do is simply sneak in, fight a bunch of robots that sing the same creepy song, help out some guerrillas and destroy Peace Walker, and find out the truth about the boss. Okay, this part is gonna be interesting because the graphics aren't as amazing because this is basically an HD port of a PSP game. So yeah, there really isn't much of jagged edges, but if you look at the environments, you'll notice that the mountains are using a lot lower res textures. Cutscenes are another story. It's all hand-drawn comic book style, and it's very beautiful. It's done by Ashley Wood, who has done many Metal Gear PSP games before. The cutscenes aren't exactly colorful, but they do the Metal Gear series justice. And the music is okay in this game. It's not bad, but it's not exactly as memorable as the rest of the series. I don't know, one thing that kind of bugged me personally in Metal Gear Solid 3 was the Russian characters with American sounding voices, but now they finally got accents back, which is much needed. Oh, another cool thing is Snake speaks Spanish.
I'm Snake. Serviente.
Okay, yeah, Metal Gear has always been about stealth, but the portable games introduced something just brilliant. Well, since you can't exactly sit down and watch 20 hours of cutscenes. So, to get the Metal Gear experience on the go, they cut it into little chunks. And they focused on a different mechanic, which is building up your very own army, which involves sneaking up on enemies, knocking them out, and giving them a crazy helicopter ride. And once you get back to base, you can assign them to whatever their expertise. The more you fill a certain section, it will level up, so you'll develop better gear to bring into the fight. And this type of gameplay is very addicting. When I first beat the game, I actually noticed I put in 60 hours without even noticing. And the amount of items and weapons you can create is staggering. From pistols, shotguns, rocket launchers, shields, even a cardboard tank. And not only can you get small weapons, but you can get vehicles too. But it's a pretty intense boss fight. Taking out a tank before was really easy. Just toss grenades into the hatch. But now taking out a tank is much harder. Tanks are guarded by infantry, and you'll have to take down each soldier one by one. Once they're gone, the enemy commander shows up, and that's when the real fight begins. Attacks become more aggressive, and as you dodge cannon fire trying to get close enough to kill him. But once you land that final kill shot, it leaves you with a good feeling, and a new toy. Okay, after your new tank, you can actually take it on side missions with you, which kind of plays out kind of like a board game. You kind of put your pieces down and let the game take care of itself. Honestly, it's not exactly a mode I like to play myself, mostly because it's a mode that I have no control over and is autonomous during missions. Speaking of missions, there are plenty of them. There's about at least 35 plus story missions, and over 100 side missions. I'm probably on 70 hours now, and I still haven't beat everything yet. The best part is most of the missions you can play in 2-player to 4-player co-op. Sadly, I don't really have anybody in my friends list to try co-op with, but maybe in the future. You can actually give someone a mini care package if they're starting out. There are plenty of team co-op moves in the levels of the game, and you are going to need someone to pilot that cardboard tank. Lately, there have been way too many HD collections lately. Usually most of the games in the collection are pretty good, with a couple of bad ones like Devil May Cry 2. But this Metal Gear collection is just great. You're getting about 5 games if you include the MSX Metal Gear 1 and 2 in amazing HD. The frame rate is a lot better. It's literally a perfect remaster of an already perfected series, and asking $40 for it is still a pretty amazing deal. So seriously, go buy this game. It's a game series everybody should at least have in their collection. Okay, that's the end of the review. Hope you all enjoyed it. Tune in next week for the last review of Metal Gear Month, which will be Metal Gear Solid 4. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe, and again, this is Justin from KQS, and until we meet again, comrades.